Hey guys, this is Frozen 2 Fanboy 1004 here and welcome back to another video. This is actually a different kind of video from what I said I was supposed to be doing. Which is my D20 prediction video, but I'll be scheduling that video by the end of August because it starts in like the first 2 weeks of September, like within that. So I think better to make the D23 video like shortly before D23 starts, like maybe a week or two. So yeah. So this video is going to be about like the movies that are coming out the rest of the year. I do have a list for that on Letterboxd. I'm sure you guys probably know it, but I just want to make it to a video. But this will be a very short video. So yeah. My school starts tomorrow. And just to let you guys know. And so this video. These are the movies that will come out during my school time, but only the movies during the fall season. So yeah, this is my top 10 most anticipated movies for the rest of 2022. Now, there is still some movies that I've still get to come out in in my country, but I'm not going to be putting them on the list because they're supposedly summer movies, but I prefer putting only movies that are released during the fall season. So yeah, sorry about that if you heard it. So yeah, Bullet Train and Nope would have been on this list, but I decided to put them out. So yeah, so that's it. Let's get on with this list, and it's gonna be pretty short. So yeah, let's start with my five honorable mentions. So yeah, and these are best honorable mentions are Black Adam, The Fablemans, The Menu, Pinocchio, the Netflix one, and The Woman King. Okay. At number 10, Babylon. Yeah, David Chazelle's next movie. Now I could put this a little higher, but no, not really. But I think this is a good spot for Babylon. I mean, I think this looks like a Damien Chazelle's version of Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, and I'm totally down for that because Once Upon a Time in Hollywood is in my top three best Tarantino movies in my opinion, and so I don't know if Damien Chazelle can do it better because What About Hollywood is just too good, but yeah, let's see how he does it. I mean, I love the casting. Yeah, we have Brad Pitt, Margot Robbie, Samara Weaving, and but I think the thing that I'm most excited for is seeing Tobey Maguire as Charlie Chaplin. Like that's such an interesting casting choice. So yeah, I don't think it's gonna top Whiplash or La La Land, but let's see if it'll be better than the First Man. At number nine, this is going to be an unpopular opinion because I know people have a huge agenda. I mean, not agenda, but hatred against this director. But number nine for me is Amsterdam. Amsterdam is, yeah, at, at number nine. I know many people are going to put this in their least anticipated because I mean, I'm not going to defend David O. Russell. I am aware that David O. Russell has done a lot of bad things like on-set abuse and stuff, but I mean that doesn't mean the movie's gonna be bad. I mean, it looks like an absolute blast in my opinion, and it looks like it has the best cast ensemble of the year with John David Washington, Christian Bale, Margot Robbie, and some others. But Anya Taylor-Joy is probably what I'm most anticipated to see. This let's hope she has a, a good amount of screen time, and so yeah, this looks like a lot of fun, and the story sounds very interesting. So yeah, number eight is Black Panther: Wakanda Forever. Yeah, the trailer actually made me more hyped for this. If it wasn't for the trailer, this wouldn't have even been on my honorable mentions. But I've always been excited for this. Ever since the 2020 start of the year, because I was like hoping that they'd honor Chadwick Boseman's death, Rep Chadwick Boseman, and that trailer was probably one of my favorite trailers of the year. Every time I rewatch it, it gets better, and I even made that the Frozen 2 Black Panther Wakanda Forever trailer style, which I'm super proud of it. And yeah, I don't know how this story is gonna go. But yeah, we shall see. I'm definitely hyped for this. Will it live up to the first film? No, I doubt it. I can really see some issues. Like, I'm not a fan of Namor so far. Like Namor, like, I don't know how you pronounce him, but yeah. Let's say this movie will be good. Maybe this will be my second favorite MCU film behind Multiverse of Madness. Number seven is Don't Worry Darling. Yeah, Don't Worry Darling trailers have absolutely sold me so far. This looks like a perfect suspense thriller, and Love Harry Styles' performance so far. I'm excited to see Harry Styles' eras in Eternals too. But yeah, maybe this could be his best performance. But Florence Pugh is what I'm most excited for because I'm a huge fan of Florence Pugh. She's one of my absolute favorite actresses of all time. Yelena will always be my favorite Florence Pugh performance, but don't worry, darling. She looks Oscar worthy in that film. Like, at least a nomination. Number six is Glass Onion, a Knives Out mystery. Yeah, of course, Knives Out would be here. I wish I put this higher in the list because I am a huge fan of Knives Out from 2019. It's one of my favorite films of all time, in my top 10 easily. But the thing is that one of the main reasons why I absolutely adore Knives Out with a passion is because of Anne de Armas. And sadly, she's not in the sequel, and I don't know if there's a single character who's going to be who's going to live up the same level as Marta Cabrera. But at least this still movie has one of the most important pieces of aspects for Knives Out, which is Daniel Craig, my favorite actor. Period. I love his Kentucky style. It's just so much fun, and it brings me joy every time I hear that Kentucky accent. So yeah, let's hope that Daniel Craig will be the standout here, and let's hope that this cast will at least bring out something very special. I'm excited to see that cast. I'm not sure who's my most excited to see. Maybe Catherine Hahn, which I hope Catherine Hahn will be the villain. So yeah. Um, Number five is Disenchanted, the sequel to my favorite movie of 2007, Enchanted. Now, I will admit, I didn't really ask for an Enchanted sequel, and I don't think it's gonna be as good as the first one because sadly, these characters have grown apart and they're gonna be very old by now. So I don't know what's gonna happen to them or like how they're gonna handle the characters. But I mean, I'm still excited for Enchanted mainly because it's a sequel to Enchanted, of course. And I'm so excited to see Idina Menzel's return. Idina Menzel was the best part of the first Enchanted. I don't really mind her not getting a lot of screen time, but yeah, I'm down for this. And I'm excited to see Amy as just still return. I hope they still bring back the charm to it. And I think the story it may be a little bit similar to Shrek 2 if you think about it, if you read the plot, but I hope they actually execute it well. I think this could be another masterpiece from Disney. Um, I don't know how it's gonna compare to the other movies come out this year, but I'm still definitely hyped for this. Nothing else to say since there's no trailer, but they better release a trailer or anything, or else I'll be upset. Um, number four is by far and away my most anticipated anime film for the rest of 2022, Strange World. Now, Lightyear is still my favorite anime film in 2022, but I think there's room for Strange World to top it. Yeah, maybe because everyone knows I'm more of a Disney fan than a Pixar fan, and I'm kind of have a bias towards um like the Disney revival era because it's my favorite Disney era period. And now I don't think this will be as good as Encanto and the Frozen 2, but it still looks absolutely excellent. I mean, they haven't really done a male lead film since well Big Hero 6. I'm talking about the good one because Ralph Riggs didn't exist for some reason. But I'm excited for Strange World mainly because of the fact that there's a Disney movie, but I hope it'll be much better than I anticipated it to be. Maybe it could be one of Disney's best movies. Who knows? But I think the cast is very interesting so far. I mean, Jake Gyllenhaal is gonna be in this, like which I'm a huge Jake Gyllenhaal fan. He's in my top 10 favorite actors of all time list, and he's been in a lot of phenomenal masterpieces. My favorite performance he did was Mysterio in Far From Home. But yeah, let's see what they're gonna do with this movie, and let's see if this could top Lightyear as my favorite anime film. But either way, I think this is gonna win best anime feature at the Oscars next year. I guarantee that. Coming in number three is Shazam! Fury of the Gods. Oops, sorry about that noise. But yeah, number three is Shazam! Fury of the Gods. Yeah, I know like the first Shazam movie isn't really the best. But it's still a very charming, fun movie. But Shazam! Fury of the Gods. This was my favorite trailer for Comic Con, and it absolutely looks. It looks even better than the first Shazam, and it looks like a total blast. And I'm absolutely loving what they're doing. With the whole superhero thing, and I love that they're getting the family more involved with the story. And yeah, this I already know it's gonna be better first. Either way, I don't know if it's gonna be like a 10 out of 10 or maybe a 9 out of 10, but we'll see. But the one thing that gets me hyped for this the most is Rachel Zegler as Anthea. Well, I'm a huge Rachel Zegler fan, especially with Maria from West Side Story from Spielberg. But yeah, I think Rachel Zegler it will definitely steal the show here. I'm definitely excited to see what they do with her. So yeah. So Shazam Fury of the Gods, well, it's not gonna be my favorite superhero movie of the year. I predict it'll be a number three. Coming in is Avatar: The Way of Water. I'm actually a defender of the first Avatar. I think it's extremely overhated, and although I don't think it's perfect. Maybe a rewatch I could love it even more. And I mean, yeah, sure. I think we can all agree that Avatar has some of the best and most groundbreaking visuals ever put to film. But I think the story it's not as bad as people say it is, and I don't think it's a Pocahontas ripoff or something. I mean, yeah, sure, it has the same in the forest cliche, but I think it's absolutely well executed. So, Avatar: The Way of Water, well, of course, well, I know nothing about the story, but I hope people appreciate it more than the first film. I know some people are not looking forward to this film, but hopefully it will surprise them. But yeah, Avatar: Way of Water it could be better than the first film because James Cameron's always like a master of directing sequels and stuff. So yeah, it looks absolutely gorgeous. It looks even more beautiful than the first film. Of course, it shows how much CGI has evolved and plus the fact it's gonna be 3 hours long, which is exactly what it should be. So yeah, Avatar: The Way of Water. I'm excited to see the film in IMAX this December, and it's gonna be the best theatrical experience of the year. But my most anticipated movie of the year is Blonde. Avatar: The Way of Water is technically my most anticipated theatrical movie, but Blind is not really a technical movie, but it's still my most anticipated movie of the for the rest of the year. Nonetheless, could it be my favorite movie of the year? Well, there's just a tiny bit of chance that it could, or maybe one of these other movies can be my favorite of the year. Who knows? But Blind just looks magnificent. First of all, I'm an Ana de Armas fan, so seeing Ana de Armas take on an Oscar worthy role where she could actually win Best Actress is fascinating, and I think this could be my second favorite Ana de Armas performance. We're meant behind behind Paloma from No Time to Die, of course, but yeah, um, I think this looks like a very unique take on Marilyn Monroe, and I think the story looks super interesting and absolutely looks very stylistic and yeah, I'm excited to see. Hopefully, Ana de Armas will get an Oscar recognition for this performance. This looks like an Oscar-worthy performance, and yeah, so I'm excited to see what they do with this, and also I also guys stop taking NC-17 way to the extreme. I mean, there's a reason why the NC-17 rating exists, and I mean, bear to this. If you don't want to watch NC-17 movies, then just don't watch. Just stop complaining over that. I'm over NC-17 movies or inappropriate movies. Like, come on, guys, grow up. That's probably the reason why I complain over kids movies, but that'll be a thing for another day. So yeah. So yeah, that's all for my top 10 most anticipated movies for the rest of 2022. What is your most anticipated movie of 2000 for the rest of the year? Comment down below, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and stay tuned for more videos to come. And wish me luck on my first day of school tomorrow. I'm gonna be graduating next year in May 2023, by the way. So yeah, bye guys.